Well, with the stay-at-home orders in effect throughout the nation, many of us can only dream what it will look like once COVID-19 loosens its grip and the economy opens back up.
And News Channel 9's Julia LeBlanc spoke with a Syracuse University student now home in China to see what the new normal really looks like. Good morning to you, Julia.
Good morning, Dan and Jennifer. We first introduced you to Emporia Meng about a month ago. She's a junior here at Syracuse University, but she was actually studying abroad in New York City once that became the epicenter for COVID-19. So she decided to get out of there and head back home to Xiamen, China, where she's originally from. But on that flight, a lot of people were showing symptoms of the virus. So she and everyone else was placed in a mandatory quarantine for 2 weeks. Now she's out of that quarantine and roaming the streets of Xiamen, China. So we caught up with her to see what that looks like.
Everything is back to normal to an extent.
After weeks of travel, testing, and isolation in this hotel room, Emporia Meng has finally made her way back home to Xiamen, China. The city coming back to life with malls and restaurants now open. But it's different than she remembers.
If you're not wearing a mask, you'll either be kicked out of whatever area you're in, or people will give you extremely dirty looks.
Many still practicing social distancing, and wherever they go, they have to get a temperature check. Each person also has their own digital health code. It can be read on an app which uses color coordination. They have to show their color before going into public. Green means it's okay to be out and about, but if it's red or yellow, you'll be forced to isolate. A strange new world, but one Meng appreciates now more than ever.
I had lived here for like 9 or 10 years, but I had never ever explored the city to its fullest extent. I've been to like maybe 1 or 2 landmarks, and that was it.
Meng escaped from her study abroad program in New York City about a month ago, once that became the epicenter for the virus. She's now learning back here in China, none of her friends have COVID-19, and they don't know anybody else who did either.
The people that I was surrounded by in America are going through so much worse than the people that I'm being surrounded by in China right now.
But the virus still lingers, and freedom now comes at a greater cost. Something Meng has accepted, learning to put health and safety before anything else.
So I'm just very, very appreciative that I get to be home, that I get to be with my family, that I get to walk around the streets and buy my favorite food and hang out with my friends.
Meng tells us she does not plan to return to campus here in Syracuse if classes do pick back up in August. Now, the university is working with international students like herself to see if they can spend their fall semester at their Hong Kong campus, all up subject to change right now and really up in the air. Live on the SU Hill, Julia LeBlanc, News Channel 9.